Hello friends, and happy 420. That's right, it's April 20th. In fact, the whole month is 420 if you think about it. April of 2020. Wow, what a time to be alive. You know, in some states and locales where such activity is legal, today, and in fact this whole month, many people are taking to some herbal remedies for their stresses and, just to pass the time, I guess. And one of the byproducts of that particular activity is very often the munchies. Now, whether you're taking any sort of herbal supplements or just otherwise hungry, the munchies will strike. And when they do, you had better be prepared with some dang good Chinese takeout appetizers. When it comes to our crab rangoon, we will require the services of the following ingredients. We have some cream cheese, which I'm letting soften here, some green onions or scallions, wonton wrappers, some Old Bay seasoning, some Worcestershire sauce, and of course, our crab. Now, in this case, I am buying or purchased the special crab meat, and despite the name, it's really not all that special. It's actually the least expensive, and it comes from the kind of leftover parts of the crab that don't have that big lump crab meat. There are certain applications that call for lump crab meat, but this is not one of them. Now we just got to get all this stuff into a bowl. Once we have everything in our bowl here, it's time to, just mix everything together and combine. So in order to make our rangoons, we're going to use a teaspoon measurement and get a teaspoon of our filling and put it right down in the middle of a wonton wrapper. And once you've done that, you're going to use your finger to just spread some plain old water on all four sides of the wrappers, and then very gently pick them up, making sure that filling is dead in the middle. And you're going to bring the corners together, kind of making a little pocket for that filling, and then crimping and pinching the edges together. It's easier to see than it is to describe, as you can see there. Let me show you another one. Okay, another one here. Again, that filling's right in the middle. We're just folding the sides up around it and pinching and crimping at the middle as we go. Now we've got some oil here in a pot to cook these. We're going to get that to 350 degrees, and then we're going to very gently and one at a time get about 5 or 6 of our rangoons in the oil, but don't overcrowd it or that oil temperature is going to drop really quickly on you. Once you've gotten 5 or 6 of them in there, go ahead and let them cook. They're only going to take about maybe 90 seconds to 2 minutes to get nice and golden brown, just like that. You want to go ahead and get them out on a wire rack to drain. Go ahead and rinse and repeat until you've cooked up your entire batch. Now, we're going to need a dipping sauce to go with these. So I've got a little bit of brown sugar left here that I'm going to get into a bowl, along with a good squeeze of ketchup. Not really measuring here, munchies. A little bit of sambal in there for some garlicky heat, and then a splash of rice vinegar. Just whisk all that together, and if you want it to be a little bit looser sauce, just put a little water in there like I did. There you go. You're ready to eat. Let's see how these came out. Get a little sauce on there. Wow, is that delicious. You really taste the crab because it's real crab and not imitation, but the little dipping sauce is sweet, the little heat, a little punch from the vinegar. Let's just say I could eat all of those. But what if you did? What if you did eat all of them and you were still hungry? Well, I guess we'd have to make egg rolls. Place 3/4 pound of ground pork into a skillet and go ahead and season that up with some salt and pepper. Go ahead and break that up over medium-high heat or medium heat until it is cooked. We're going to add in about a tablespoon of sambal and a couple tablespoons of oyster sauce, and then additionally a couple cloves of garlic and about a tablespoon of freshly minced ginger, along with 3 or 4 scallions. I'll put all the estimates down in the description below for you as usual. Once those are all worked in, stir everything together to combine,
And now we're gonna add in a bag of coleslaw mix. Now, could you grate cabbage and carrots and all that together from scratch? I mean, sure, but as I've said before and we'll say again, shortcuts that do not shortchange flavor are totally acceptable to me. So use the bag stuff. Stir everything to combine and cook for 3 to 4 minutes until the cabbage just starts to soften. Now when you're ready to roll, go ahead and get 2 or 3 heaped tablespoons of your filling into the middle of an egg roll wrapper. And then go ahead and take one corner and fold it completely over. And then take the 2 sides here and tuck those in. It's basically just like making a burrito. Now, once you've got the 2 sides tucked in, you're gonna notice that you have to now awkwardly hold that because you forgot to put the egg wash down. But that's okay. Go ahead and put the egg wash down in that last corner. And then carefully keeping those edges tucked in, just go ahead and roll the whole thing over and over again and leave it seam side down. Let's knock a few more of these out, shall we? Now while I'm working here, I just want to note that these are going to have way more meat in them than the typical egg rolls you get from a takeout place, so just be ready for that. It's not a bad thing, just different. We're going to use that same oil from before, get it back up to 350 degrees, this time in a cast iron skillet, so we can just do a shallow fry. Go ahead and drop those egg rolls in away from you, being careful not to splatter oil everywhere. Once you're starting to get some brown color on the bottom and the sides, go ahead and give them a flip. So we get the second side and the other sides browned up nicely. Now, once you've got that beautiful golden brown color on all sides, go ahead and evacuate them, letting them drain briefly onto a paper towel. And please, let them rest, otherwise you're going to burn your mouth.
Now, I like to eat my egg rolls with a little bit of hot mustard, whether it be that neon yellow stuff they provide you at the takeout joint or the good stuff you get at the store. If you've never had this, think of it as kind of like mustard and horseradish combined. Use it sparingly, it packs a punch. Well, whether you've got the munchies, you just need an appetizer, or you just want an excuse to eat egg rolls, this is a killer recipe. Hope you check it out, especially the next time you're craving something with a little Asian flair. Anyways, always appreciate you all watching. Happy 420 all month or all day, however you choose to celebrate. Come on back next week. We got a really special episode with a special guest. But until then, go make something delicious.